Hello everyone and welcome back to Anno 1800. What a beautiful little harbor area that we have here in the New World with our, well, Royal Galleon in the harbor area, just a dock. Outside there we have some defense because we can't afford any more harbor cannons. Actually, I've used a bit more influence now for more clippers that we need, but for now let's just unload all the timber and bricks that we have to finish our caoutchouc plantations. Now, I said we do need around 12 of them, and that is actually completely right still. And with that, we do have now 12 caoutchouc. That was actually very expensive from what I can tell now. Now, was that really right? Yep, that was actually 67,000 credits that these plantations that cost me. One of them costs me 9,700, so 10,000 per plantation basically. Really expensive stuff, those caoutchoucs, and this is just showing us the direction where it's going with the engineer productions. Very expensive overall. And also, yeah, we're producing now caoutchouc. 12 plantations we have. Let's just check that this is really correct. It is. They're doing that. We should probably, with the bricks that we just got in, upgrade those warehouses so that we don't have any culprit there. And the first clipper is on its way, and I will now add the second clipper, Wild Pigeon, to this trade route, and they should have some healthy distance between each other in order to always be full, which is basically what this is all about here. Oh, very important that we reach a good efficiency. Now my Royal Galleon can actually go out here to my other ships once more. By the way, I think we should move them a bit further outside to disrupt their trade routes there, right? Otherwise, those clippers are just traveling by, which is not good. We want to disrupt them as much as possible. Very good. So that is that. Let's go back to Crown Falls, to Cape Trelawney, where, yes, our train network is working out that we've just constructed. So the train is going back and forth. What we can see here is, though, track occupied. Since it's such a long distance, one train is not enough. So 2 trains should always travel here. So we really should be finishing that parallel track system that we have in place right now. And yeah, once again, I need to get rid of those roads. And we continue here with additional, well, tracks now that we need. So basically for... under attack. Oh. Down here. Oh, that's actually pretty far away. I don't have any defense there for now. Sorry, pal, but I think it's just a ship passing by. Oh! And there's a cotton fabric that's empty. A trader that's completely empty. There's a rum trader that's completely empty. What is going on? What is going on in our island of Tristão? Something terrible must be going on. It's not. It's full, actually.
Ship under attack.
All right. I'm really annoyed by how the trade system works still in Anno, because we cannot program them to keep up a certain distance, right? And some of them are really empty-handed right now. The empty ones, we're probably going to keep waiting here now. I mean, there's enough rum in, as we can see. But still, this should not be happening. This is really annoying. I will need to adjust my clippers there once more. Let's build the tracks, though. And I just continue now with the parallel track system all the way into this area there, right? And then we continue. We still have 63 tons. That's fine. And here we have the entrance point then to the new industrial district. We will also have those tracks then going this way, like that. And a nice little crossing here as well, so those trains can change tracks if they need to. Here, actually, it's disrupted by the looks of it. Same goes with this one. And here I would like to continue then. We still have 33 tons, so it should be fine. And there's the connection. Perfect. We have now a complete parallel system going then also here to the oil harbor, and then all the way now down to the trading port or to the oil refinery. This is a bit tricky, though. I think that's because of the modded version that we have here. So I need to do this here once more. Right, so that's that, and then we should be hopefully able, we are perfect, to get the streets over there, because we still need that coverage, of course, on both sides. Here and here, and also here. Those people need to get to the other side. And here, and very important as well, over here in our industrial zone, it's cut off here, and that should not be the Peace. Very good. There we have it. So parallel tracks number 1. It's the very first one. It's a big investment there, really. Especially when it comes to the steel beams, but it's going to pay off very well. And what I really like though is they are using their respective tracks. So the other train should be traveling this distance then. And as we can see, they're using their tracks. And thus we can now use several trains on one track. Perfect. Now having oil in our city also allows us now to finally get us the first industry district up that consumes oil. And that I would like to do right away here. For that, well, we do need to do some stuff. First of all, let's have the tracks. And I will probably have then my first power plant right here. That should be using all of the areas around it, right, that we can have. Let's just make this one like so. Perfect. And then we can start now with our first industry for that. And that is the bicycles. So the caoutchouc at this point should be coming in. And as I said, we do need 3 for now. I think long-term wise, we should be ramping it up to 6. But that would be the maximum of bicycles that we will probably ever need. Let's go ahead and have us some 6 of these bicycles then, bicycle factories then here. I think it's better when it's in the north here. These require it, so there's no doubt about that. We do need it. It's not only improved, right? There's some industries also that are improved by electricity. For now, though, that's that. And the only thing we still need here now is, in order to use it then really, is finishing the track here to the power station. There we have it. And then also, of course, well, building those houses. And what we still need to check on that first is, do we have now some caoutchouc in? I don't think so, but it might be worth a shot. Oh, we actually have some 49 tons of that already in the harbor area now. There's actually the caoutchouc trader on its way back home now. And hopefully the other one is then coming in soon with the right amount of caoutchouc. Now, let's build the first 2. I should say we really just want to test this. Let's also build that power station here, and then at least the first one. It's really expensive though, right? So one of them, and it also costs 1,200 credits, their maintenance cost permanently. But it's going to pay off, so it's really important that we push this one out. This one is consuming it then, and of course here we're going to have a lot of industry that is only going to use electricity or work with that. The next one that would be coming to mind here is the steam motors. So this one here requires electricity, and boy do we need a lot of them. We know it now for the elevators, for example, for the skyscrapers then as well. So I would like to really push in a lot of these factories into this area. And for that, I think we can actually push into here. Perfect. Have another 2 or here. So that's 4 already. But they have a nice amount of production though, so they should be working fine. And then probably here as well. Do they cause pollution? I don't think they cause... Oh yes, actually they do. Now there's actually a nice surprise here as well. Let's just check what's happening in my sewing machine district. Look at that, Dario, the mechanical engineer. He occasionally produces pocket watches and gramophones. So +1 for every 8 products that we produce. And that means that we actually amassed 42 pocket watches already and 115 gramophones. Can I see how much we actually produce here? Yes, it's 3 gramophones and +1 on the pocket watches. And this means that my engineers already have pocket watches filled up here, which makes them pretty happy, I should say, at least 0, which is pretty much actually for what it is. Perfect. That is a nice surprise. The oil power plant here, meanwhile, has gotten its first batch of oil. Let's stop the bicycles for now, though, being consumed, right? So I just want to start it up. And as we can see, my bicycle factories are now getting their first goods here. That is the caoutchouc and the steel. Steel, by the way, we should really have a lot of that now. We are capped on steel. Very good. And yeah, as we can see also, we can see that on the money. I would like to have a bit of bicycles in first before I do anything here, and that should do the trick. Now, those 2 will consume or will produce quite a lot. We are at +8 for now, very good. We were at -6 before, so that means we already have a nice surplus. And as we can see, we still have enough oil, so this factory there, of course, is not consuming that much or too much for now. Of course, I could have used it in an area where we could use some of that electricity for the engineers first, but I think long-term wise, this is a cleaner area there. Perfect. Now let's get back to the old world. Check on Chef Michel. We have Johan the inventor. Affects the gramophone factory. That's really not something. We're only looking out for epic items here. Affects the oil power plants. Workforce needed. Maintenance cost, chance of fire. Nah. let's not go with that. Nothing here. And then we have 2 more epics: animal farms, maintenance cost, or steelworks, productivity 40%. Also not really that important for now. Let's have one more. Unfortunately, that's a really miss here. Chef Michel just doesn't want to show up. It's incredible. Right, the first 11 tons are in, and I think it's time. Let's open up the bicycles, right? And as we can see, this pushes my balance there furthermore, and it will make those engineers happier than ever. And we don't even have that many engineers yet, but it's already affecting us by at least 10k plus on the balance, which is all that really matters for us. And how is my consumption now looking? Still fine. So with the amount of engineers, 2 factories are totally fine as of the moment. There's a lot of oil actually that is being transported here right now to the harbor. Now a pedologist we have as well, Isabel Samento, productivity plus 15% on sugarcane plantations. Let's take this guy. It's not that cheap actually, but it's going to be worth it because we are soon going to reach the cap of my sugarcane plantations here of the productivity. I'm already boosting it by 50%, right? And that's it. I cannot do much more than that. We've also used the complete radius here, and that means that I will now need to boost them in a different way, and those items are going to be quite valuable for that, because that's another 15% for every single one of these plantations. And I think we already lacked some sugarcane here, yes, so we do need to further ramp this one up. And well, the only way of further expanding there is of course getting another trade union with the sugarcane or the cane saplings. So that's, well, a bit out of the question for now, especially also when it comes to space. Tristão is also looking fine. Let's go ahead and upgrade a few more buildings here. We have lots of workforce for that, and I would just like to expand my cities there simultaneously for now, right? So those guys here as well, and perhaps here so simultaneously to Crown Falls. Developing those 2 major cities before I start with a new continent or something like that. There's a nice little quest here, resident quest. I remember my mama cooking for the whole neighborhood, spreading the joy with her homemade fried plantains. I would like to honor her memory by doing the same. And you want what from me? 16 tons of plantains and 8 tons of fish oil. We have that. How very good. Give me something. Fried plantain kitchen maintenance cost reduction. No thanks. Completely useless. But it was nice of you trying to get my attention there. Now, this one is on its way, Marigold, back home. I'm also, by the way, going to send some warships now to Cape Trelawney, back these 2 here, because we will need to have some island conquering over there as well. Off they go. And this one here is still on the way now here. And we have 7 influence left. That's just enough to get us another clipper out that I'm going to need soon then as well for additional trade routes. I do have some more 2 clippers here in the harbor area. I would like to conquer this island now. It's my goal right now. I want to redistribute my steel industry that I have up there right now, and I want to get them over there. Short-term wise, that is. Now, of course, we still have the whole brass business that we need to do as well. That will need to have some zinc and copper mines. We do have 3 deposits for each. So I would like to use these deposits now for my city. There we have that one. Let's make the connection here. And this will be going right to those mines here. Zinc and copper. Let's build this one right away. Rather expensive these mines are now, right? Also their maintenance costs 250 for each one of them. Not the cheapest ones. We still have one more that we can squeeze in here. Where is the next trading or harbor though, or warehouse though? It's a bit further away, so I'd rather have my paved roads here now, so that it can travel a bit faster to those points. There is a copper mine that we can build. Right next to it, we should still have one more. Perfect, that's the right next to the warehouse, and then we have one more here. Now we're using all of them, and that means I can have, I think, around 6 of my brass smelteries already working for us. I can, perfect. 6 of them. They do though cost or reduce attractiveness. Alright, something very important though, we have a long queue there in Tristão that I really don't like. So let's get us ahead here with a few piers that we can have in this area, right? So 2 more here to speed the whole process up a bit. And the cool thing is here, it actually fits with the storage depots that we have in this area quite the busy area, and of course that's also causing a bit of congestion, and also then not enough products for all the ships here. So there's 2 more ships now that want both all the rum. This one here will stop. The same goes with this rum trader, and because there will just not be enough rum for them to go. And there's also a cotton trader coming in right now. We have enough cotton though, way too much anyway. That is fine. This will be fine, and those 2 I will need to manually reactivate then to this whole trade route business there again. Also, the item has arrived. Let's get this one into the trade union. There we have it now, pedologist, very interesting word, and this boosts their productivity in another 15% each. These warehouses, as nice as they're looking, they're already pretty full. Let's upgrade this one to another level. And this one here also to another level. Holy cow, lots of carts coming in and out here. And of course, that's absolutely not okay that those people have to wait for their precious sugar cane that I need. More traders, another rum trader is coming in. Another cotton trader, rum, cotton. Rum is out. Sorry guys, you need to wait here now. We need to do this. It's boring, but it's absolutely necessary. At the same time, let's have a look at Eli. Do we have some Chef Michel? Another Dario, the mechanical engineer. He's not only affecting sewing machines, he's also affecting bicycle factories. Now we already have some bicycle factories working for us. It might actually be an idea here to also get him for the bicycle factories.
Ready for a challenge.
And let's do this. It's expensive, but I'm going to take him. We have the money anyway. We were close to 1 million. And this brings me to an idea actually. Because I said up here should be non-pollution buildings, right? Factories. Down here we can have some pollution factories. We have lots of sewing machines. They don't cause any pollution and they don't look so bad. Why not just push them up here? Take also use of the electricity. And yeah, with that, boost our sewing machines even further by another 100% that comes in from the electricity. We need the sewing machines because they're going to be one of our primary goods to trade. They're really, really expensive to trade and really, really easy now to produce for us. So why not do this? Now how very nice, this is actually working with one trade union. We can use all of these sewing machines here, and I probably could even reach one of this one here. Yes, the bicycle factory there. So they are getting not only now boosted by the electricity, but also by our trade unions. Of course, it's a very tight area here, and thus it's a bit tricky to build this whole thing. We even have space here, I think, for one more building then, another sewing machine factory, or another bicycle factory, and I think we're going with another bicycle factory here then. That should be fine. Let's get this one down there as well. Actually, let's have the road then here. This one has its harbor connection, hopefully. There, we still need to make the road. And this one, of course, still needs its connection with my train network. There we have it. I've also moved the whole thing a bit further down here, right? So there we have now the new wall then that goes for the industrial zone. It's not as pretty as before, but it is really, really well optimized. We get a fully upgraded warehouse here in the center. And to further boost the productivity of this zone, we're going to make some paved roads here as well. We can afford it by now, and I would like to go ahead and do this now for all of these buildings here. This is also boosting the range of the power plant then later on, right? Let's get rid of this road there. Fine, 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 fine. The only thing we now can add here still is some of my walls, right? We could have them like that. Probably also just here to finish off this whole area there, right? And then here. And then probably, we could squeeze in something here. Let's not do this. And here we make the connection then to the gate again. And a bit of a room here is actually fine because we could have some trees there or whatnot. And in this area, yep, more houses again. Let's build all of these walls here. That's fantastic, really, because they are working out. They're not causing a lot of pollution, even though it looks like they're polluting a lot. Let's just pretend it's water or, well, you know, that's coming out of there because they're not doing anything pollution-wise. Fine. The power, they're also, by the way, now boosted by electricity. producing even more sewing machines for us. We are at a 31 per minute right now, sewing machines. That is insane. We could even go higher than this by adding more items here. By the way, what I've never really figured out is it possible to stack those items there? If I have a second Dario the mechanical engineer, will I get 2 times the pocket watches and gramophones out of that? I have no idea really. By the way, yep, the bicycle factory here is also now only using iron ore, right? This one is using steel, which is fine. We have way too much steel at the moment that we will ever need. Now with the space that I've got here now, I've freed up a lot of space here where there's no longer any sewing machines anymore. So this one might very well be used now for some steam motors or something like the new products that we're going to need here, and then also our advanced weapons factories down the road. Who knows about that? Lots of new space. Stay tuned.